How do I make my post credible? These are some of the things we want to think about as we're preparing to make our blogs about our current event articles. So what does credible mean? Able to be believed, convincing, capable of persuading people.
So for our assignment, you're going to research a current event. You're going to pick an article to share with your group, and you're going to create a blog entry to help the public clarify a news issue.
Okay, we have compiled several links of articles. After you check out each article, what we want you to think about is which comments would you read, which article would you share, and why, and where would you go to pick a topic to clarify your point of view. So on this next slide, you can click all of the hyperlinks. So the first one is a CNN article. When you open this up, what I think you'll notice are that there are pictures up top, and there's a lot of things going on the sides of the article. The article is written from a CNN point of view, and embedded within the article, you'll see there's pictures, but also CNN has decided to embed tweets about the issue. So this one here, it says, "A serious respect for Sheriff John Hanlon was chosen by CNN and posted to the article." And then another one, and another one, and most of them are referencing John Hanlon. So we want you to be thinking about which comments would you read, and why do you think CNN picked those tweets to put into their article? And are those tweets credible points of view? The next link is a Fox News article. And this one is titled, "Oregon College Shooter's Mother Discussed Guns, Lame Gun Control." So you can tell probably just by the title of this article. It's from the Associated Press, but it was on the Fox News website. They are putting in their spin on what happened. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the article, there's really no place for comments. Nobody reading the article can place a comment. There's no tweets embedded. So why would Fox News or the Associated Press choose to publish their article in this way? This is another Fox article, and this one's "Number of Recent School Mass Shootings by Gun Permit Holders, 0. So it's from a different perspective. So notice the difference between the two Fox articles. And this one again, the next thing we want to point out is that President Obama is tweeting about school shootings. And so take a look at what some of his tweets are.
And I think the purpose of the author putting this on is to help himself to be more credible, because he's taking President Obama and putting that on their website and sharing the views of President Obama. If you notice President Obama's tweets, he actually has one that has some statistics in it, and then one that is more personalized. So what differences, how can you approach a tweet or a blog in different ways?
The next link in the presentation that we want you to check out is an article from the Verge, and it's basically saying that before the Oregon shooting, there was a chat room, 4chan chat room, and people were posting, and they were posting anonymously, but you can read what was posted and sort of form your own opinions. And then how credible do you think these comments are if you take a look at the punctuation or the spelling or just exactly what is being said?
And what could be the consequences if the authorities came up with this? If you're posting things online, can your teachers find them? Can the police find them? Can your colleges find them? So what should you be thinking about as you're trying to be a credible source?
Think about the context in which those are posted.
So another article was posted on Philly.com, and it's about that 4chan website. And at the bottom, this is from the Daily News. If you scrolled all the way down to the bottom, there's a place where it says comments, and it'll say, I already clicked it to open it. So there are 469 comments. So what do you think about when you're reading the comments, or which comments are you going to read? There's 469. You're probably not going to read all of them. So which ones stick out to you, and what about them sticks out to you? So I'll scroll down just through a couple of them. I mean, would you read this one because because it's really short, or would you read this one because it looks like it's an actual paragraph? Would you read some of the words that people post and realize this person probably doesn't have a credible viewpoint? Or, what are your thoughts when you read some of these posts? And the last link on the slideshow is from BBC News, and this is posted on October 6th, where a Sydney teenager was arrested over posts after police shooting. So there was a police shooting in Sydney, Australia, and a teen posted to social media, and that teen was arrested based on their posts. So after you had a chance to discuss some of the things that you noticed in the articles and which ones you think are interesting or what you might say, we want you to think about, what does a good post look like? So we have a Google Doc started already, and in your groups you can open up the Google Doc and just start typing right in here.
If you agree with someone's post, you can star it and also add your own on top of it. But if you're going to repeat it, just put a star next to it, because we'd like to use this criteria as you're going through to make your own blog.
Once you've had a chance to do that, then here's some food for thought. The New York Times has a writing competition, and the competition says, what interested you most in the Times this week? So that's the contest. What interested you most in the Times this week? And the New York Times specifically,
they're searching for the winner.
Yeah, as they're searching for the winner, they specifically tell you what they think a good response is. So these are some of the things that the New York Times are looking for in their responses. They don't care if you liked or hated the article, but they do care that you make personal connections. They do care that you've read the article and that perhaps you discuss broader questions and
make personal connections to the news and the issues raised.
And then you can also talk about, the photos or editorials that were connected to the article.
You're really looking for the quality of the writing. There's also some runner-ups on that original website as well.
So we picked one winner to highlight a blog post. Her name is Madeline, and she responded to the article "Unblinking Eyes Track Employees." It's about your surveillance on the internet, basically. And so we'd like for you to read the blog post and see if you agree. She was one of the winners, so she wrote 3 paragraphs. The first one, she comments on the article. She references the author. The next paragraph, she talks about it and how it has a personal touch to her. And then she sort of summarizes everything in the article and how it relates to her.
And how maybe you could use the cameras in the future.
And so think, how could you model her style of blog post when you're creating your blog post so that you sound credible and that you have a solid piece of work that you're submitting?
You'll be always thinking about your audience. Are they going to be drawn to your blog? Are you going to, is what you're saying important enough that they're going to notice it?
And then once you've taken a look at the article and what the New York Times looks for, you can go back to the Google Doc and add to your post. What does a good post look like? Have you changed your opinion? Have you come up with any new ideas? And then finally, to get you back on topic of the current events, there's a couple ideas we have for you. Maybe you could go to Twitter and search school shootings. So I will just quickly open up my tweet deck, and if I search school shootings, there's a bunch of different tweets that come up. People have different opinions. It might lead you to an article. It might help you come up with your public clarification. And another thing that you could look at is this Facebook account that was dedicated to the Oregon shootings. So this whole page is all set up. Now you do not have to choose the Oregon shootings as your current event. What you need to decide is what you're going to post, and is it credible?
Mm-hmm. And we'd like to come up with this criteria so that when you're going through and writing it, you'll be able to follow.